And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend, Sheep Ludes. It's Thursday. You know we're going to be talking about the new content in NBA 2K23, my team that we're getting tomorrow. It's interesting, to say the least. They're being some tricksters. They're being goofy. Real fun stuff. So, first and foremost, I talked about it in the prior video, but we got the All-Star Showcase coming. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Westbrook, that's what we wanted. We wanted Karl Malone. That's exactly what everyone was asking for this whole time. Yep. You know what? 250K bans, forgiven. Because you gave us Pink Diamond, Karl Malone, and Joe Harris. Excellent. NBA trade deadline is here, which is... Shout out to the Bulls for doing absolutely nothing. That's fantastic. You love to see that. It's great. Love being a Bulls fan. Just super sick, dude. Super sick stuff happening in the Bulls fandom at the current moment. Drop your wildest what-if scenarios. Now, when they posted this, I'll be honest, I did not know what that meant. Most of the time, they post these like little vague tweets prior, and I'm just kind of just ignore them for the most part. I don't try to guess what they are. I'm just like, you know what? I'll wait 30 minutes. It's fine. So we got alternate reality. Sure. Why not? I'll be honest. I'll be the first person to tell you that I was shocked when they put these out. Not like shocked, like OMG, no way. Just kind of just more, I wouldn't say shocked, confused. Just like, what is this, man? So, looks like we got a promo full of, I don't know, like players who never played on certain teams that could have been on certain teams. Like we got Knicks Donovan Mitchell right here, which is just a slap to the face of Knicks fans. Love to see that. Canadian Steve Nash on Toronto. Anthony Davis out here for the Chicago Bulls. That's quite depressing. You don't like to see that as a Bulls fan for sure. Young Penny Hardaway on the Warriors, stuff like that. People who should have been drafted somewhere or should have been traded or something of that nature. Real interesting. So we got Nash, Davis, Donovan Mitchell, and Penny Hardaway. I don't know what they're going to do with these cards necessarily from a SIG's perspective, right? Like, I would assume we're just going to get a basic Anthony Davis. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're at the point where they're going to put jump shots on quick. I don't know. If they do, he'll be extremely good for like a budget team. For sure. Same with Donovan Mitchell. Same with Penny Hardaway. Donovan Mitchell is just going to be Diamond Donovan Mitchell. Like, at the end of the day. Like, that's what we're getting here. Penny Hardaway should be good. I don't know at this point. If he plays defense, he'll be the most annoying budget card on the face of this earth. But, we'll see. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about this specific drop here. Like, okay. Usually I get excited even when they do stuff like, what was it a couple years ago? Double Take? Because it's like those players played for that team, so I can use them for like theme teams and stuff. But this kind of just breaks the immersion of theme teams for me personally. It's like, I'm not going to rock an all-time Bulls squad with Anthony Davis on it, okay? Because that didn't happen. That will not happen. Never say never, I guess. But I really don't think Anthony Davis, at least pre-washed up phase, will be on the Bulls. So, I don't know. Penny Hardaway, obviously, never on the Warriors. So, kind of breaks the immersion for me. I don't know. Anthony Davis, Donovan Mitchell, and Penny Hardaway will be good for budget purposes, though. Then we got our diamonds. We got Magic Tim Duncan. Oh, what could have been. Oh, what could have been if they had just let Tim Duncan's family fly on the team plane. My man T-Mac would be looked at in a very different light if they had the big fundamental on the Orlando Magic. He probably doesn't leave to go play in Houston either. Oh, what could have been. Then we got Larry Bird, who I just feel it in my bones that somehow this Larry Bird will be better than the one that people grinded 300 hours for, which is crazy. And then DeMar DeRozan will be okay, I guess. I assume this DeMar is just going to be the Pink Diamond DeMar. We're at the stage where we start recycling cards, This card came out season 2. Ship him out as a diamond, same card, especially because we gave him out free. I really want to see what's up with Larry Bird, though. Like, if he has a quick or very quick jump shot, that's going to be so funny to me. I'm sorry, it is. If I just had a frostier mustache,
me and Larry Bird would look pretty similar. You know, obviously he's a little bit more physically fit than me, being he played in the NBA, but he doesn't really look it at the same time. So I mean, Pacers, Magic, Lakers, DeMar, cool, I guess. Then we got our pink diamonds. We got Cleveland Amari. And I'll be honest, I don't really know much about Cleveland Amari. I would assume it's one of those should have drafted situations, but I actually don't know. So if someone could explain the Cleveland Amari Stoudemire thing to me, that would be appreciated. Maybe it's like a 2010 free agency thing. That would actually make a lot of sense. And obviously Chris Paul, that trade got vetoed. That's still crazy to me. Kevin Love to Boston, I don't know what that is all about. And obviously Paul George didn't end up going to the Lakers. He went to the Clippers instead. From a my team perspective, Amari Stoudemire will be really good. Like, this Amari was really, really nice when he came out. That jump shot was remarkably clean as well. He had decent tendencies. Like, this card should be decent. Like, especially as like a ball handling forward. We could see Amari be like, I don't want to say like a top tier option in this game, but like a top tier budget option for sure. If he gets his release on quick with decent tendencies, I mean, we could see a very, very solid card. It just kind of depends. I mean, Paul George, I would assume we're going to get a reskin of this card with maybe a jump shot on quick and maybe a change to dribble sigs. That's about it, though. Like, other than that, it's going to be the same. Kevin Love's just going to be a slightly better version of the Evo we got like 3 weeks ago. Chris Paul is going to be identical to the Opal that we received for the trophy case, except with a quick jump shot. So that's great, I guess. Then we got the Opals. 4 total Opals. Carmelo Anthony just getting immense amounts of love this year. Like, it's crazy the amount of love Carmelo Anthony has gotten this year compared to previous years in my team. He has more cards. Well, aside from the LeBron James dropping 3 times in one pack, he would have more cards than LeBron right now, which is crazy. So we got Lakers, Klay Thompson, Detroit Pistons, Carmelo. First off, let me clarify something. Detroit could never have drafted Carmelo Anthony because A, Tayshaun Prince worked really well for their system, and B, Carmelo doesn't come off the bench. Young Melo was not coming off the bench. There was no feasible time that they could have drafted him. Like, there was no feasibility to the idea that they could have drafted Carmelo Anthony. It just would not have worked. Also, Larry Brown hated rookies for some reason, so that was never going to work out. I don't think Carmelo Anthony's growth would have ever been stunted, but he would have definitely demanded a trade like instantaneously. Like, I don't even know if he would have went to the Pistons, to be completely honest with you. Plus, dog, who wants to go to Detroit? No one wants to go to Detroit, especially someone with the star caliber of Carmelo Anthony. Then again, he went to Denver, pre-White Wakanda era of Denver too. So, yeah, maybe he would have went. I don't know. New York Knicks Magic Johnson is so funny to me. I don't know, dude. It's just it looks and feels wrong. It feels so wrong to even look at this picture. This looks like one of those pictures Knicks fans make talking about this could have happened one time. Like, I have to imagine this whole idea came from a Knicks fan or a Lakers fan. More than likely a Knicks fan, though, if I had to guess. To be honest, Magic will be cracked, though. Like, there's no question Magic will be cracked. Klay will be decent. He already had the jaw dribble style, which is solid. He had decent dribble moves already. His jump shot's just a little bit slow. I think he'll be on par with, like, Ray Allen. Like, he'll be very similar to the Ray Allen that we got today, I would assume, right? That's kind of my thought on Klay Thompson. I mean, he's usually basically Ray Allen, but I think this year, like, granted the jump shot's a little bit different. From a usability standpoint, he'll be a little bit bigger, a little bit better defensive Ray Allen with a little bit less agility. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I view Klay Thompson. Magic's going to be cracked for sure. They're going to put his jump shot probably on quick, which, you know, his jump shot's not horrible. It's just not great. And Magic is like one of the best defensive point guards in the game just because of how big he is. So that's going to be quite interesting as well. What are they going to do with his dribble style? Because he has Magic Johnson dribble style right now, which is not great. I would assume they give him like Ja, Trey, Chris Paul, some of that nature. Something really cracked out. This card's going to be really expensive, by the way. Like, Ben Simmons is $500K right now. I would expect Magic Johnson to be somewhere around there as well. And then we got Rockets Pau Gasol, which is pretty tight. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for a new Pau. Pau was my, like, day one card.
I feel like a lot of people feel that way though. 7 foot tall, 7'5" wingspan. I don't know if they're gonna change his jump shot. I actually think his jump shot's really good and has a massive green window. It'd actually be pretty cool if they kept his jump shot, just put it on quick or very quick. That would actually be ideal. Though I could see them giving him like O'Shea Brissett or something of that nature because he's like a pack headliner. I don't know. I am interested to see what they do with my homie Pau. I think I really like Pau Gasol. I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, but like Pau Gasol looks like he smells bad. You know what I mean? Which is an energy that I need on my team. I need at least one dude that stinks really bad. And I feel like Pau Gasol, something about him, I don't know if it's the fact that he always looks disheveled or he always looks like he's coming off like an incredibly long bender. Something about him just makes me think he hasn't showered in like a week and instead is just like draped in colognes and the smell of Marlboro 27 blends, dude. Just some type of vibe from Pau Gasol. Now, overall, people are hating on the concept. I just like don't really care all that much. Like, yeah, it's not that cool from like a theme team perspective because it's like Carmelo Anthony using him on like an all Pistons team doesn't really feel too wrong because it's like, yeah, technically speaking, he was the best player available at that point. You can make a case for Dwayne Wade, I guess, but like, you know what I mean? From a profile standpoint, they really should have drafted him from a talent perspective, but like Magic Johnson in a Knicks jersey don't feel right, like in any way, shape, or form. That feels very wrong, as a matter of fact. This Amari Stoudemire in a Cavs uniform feels super wrong. I hate that. Kevin Love in a Boston uniform. God, Boston fans would have loved Kevin Love for obvious reasons. You know, Tim Duncan, I guess those are like historic what ifs. I should have did Bulls T-Mac, dude. Bulls T-Mac, this was the perfect time to do it for those of you who didn't know. I don't even like talking about it because it makes me sad. But at the end of the 1997 season, Jerry Reinsdorf flirted with the idea of trading Scottie Pippen for a young Tracy McGrady and compensation. And he definitely should have done that because we did win that extra ring, which like sealed Michael Jordan's legacy. But at the same time, like, yo, I could have been watching T-Mac probably play on the team for 2 years until we gave up on him and traded him for no reason. So I guess it's kind of like tough to say. I don't know, man. Either way, the cards will be good. As far as who's going to be fire, like, depending what they do with these jump shots, like Tim Duncan might be heat. I don't know. Just depends. I don't assume they're going to really juice up these cards too much. Like Penny will be good for budget purposes, same with AD and like Donovan Mitchell for like limited and stuff also. Tim Duncan will be good if they mess with his jump shot. DeMar and Larry Bird I think will just be the same as like cards we already have basically. Paul George will be good. Amari will be good. Chris Paul and Kevin Love will just kind of be there. Magic will be fire. Carmelo will be the same as his pink diamond, just he'll play shooting guard, basically. Klay Thompson will be just like his PD, just significantly better. I would say he's like on par with Ray Allen, would be my guess. Pau Gasol is going to be like a dark horse. Possibly like a top small forward. Oh, I wish. Possibly like a top power forward, but he's going to like sneakily fly under the radar. So let's go take a look at the market and see what's up. Shout out to everybody who came on stream last night and was watching Daisy of Love with me. That was super sick, dude. What a show. What a show that is. I wish I could put it on YouTube, but I feel like the content gods would strike me down with like the power of 1,000 suns. Just like that, Thanos snapped me out of existence. So I'm not going to do that, but if you want to watch bad 2000s reality shows with your boy, come follow the Twitch, dude. It's in the description. Super good time. Now, I'm not really sure who this affects necessarily. So the market's weird because everybody who got banned for MT purchasing came back today. So the market's been high all day. But then we got Magic. So like Ben Simmons' price went way up and then promptly went way down. So I'm kind of confused. I feel like most people bought Ben Simmons or kind of watched gameplays of him and realized he wasn't really that great or didn't fit their play style necessarily, whereas Magic may, especially if they've already been using Magic all year, which I think a lot of people have already been using Magic all year. So I think a lot of people are probably going to go after Magic as opposed to like Ben Simmons. So going to be very interesting to see what his price actually is tomorrow because I don't know. Like, is it going to be closer to like Cosmic cards where they're pretty much all like 500k when they came out, or is it going to be closer to like Ben Simmons, Chet Holmgren, where they're like under 300k off rip? I don't know. I would expect the first few to just be ratcheting up for sure. I mean, look, the reality is people aren't going to stop buying currency. I've already seen it multiple times. Like, you know what I mean? So the cards are going to be more expensive than they were last week, 100%. Regardless, that was going to happen, even without an influx of new MT. Just having all the people back with significantly more like currency than the people who were left had. That being said, due to the way they've been handling packs, it's possible that we see kind of cheaper prices on these cards, but we'll have to see if they are going to kind of keep the same pack layout that we've seen the last two drops. I mean, if you want to call the Flight School Turbo like another drop, I guess you can go. You could say that's not another drop. You could say the last one drop, I guess. But we'll see. I'm kind of interested personally. I don't think anybody affects the price of Scottie Pippen. He's like 200k. I just don't see like Clay or Carmelo really affecting his price. Chet Holmgren, I don't think like Pau Gasol affects his price. I mean, Marc Gasol's already 15k, so I don't think he gets affected either. Dirk would probably be the one person that Pau Gasol might affect a little bit. Most of the best power forwards in the game are grindable at this current moment, so I don't know. Yeah, nobody's touching Yao Ming, though I will say his price is probably going to come down quite a bit come next Tuesday, because I think they're going to drop Turbo Eclipse backs, so I think people are going to be pulling for Yao Ming at that point, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I would assume they're going to do that. I mean, they did it with the Turbo Flight School packs, which no one cared about. Truly, no one cares about these packs at all. So, I would assume the Eclipse packs with Yao Ming, Ja Morant, especially after his little incident this week, and Kawhi Leonard will probably provide quite a bit of revenue for 2K, so they're probably going to do that. Now, is there anyone you should go out and take a look at this week? Like, you know, anyone over the next like 24 hours that you should be like, okay, I'm kind of curious to see if their price drops. Sure, someone like Dissinger, I guess you could go look for him. I mean, he's a lot cheaper. He's going for like 500k. Now he's like 90. That's what's up. Any of these guys are fine. Like Nedelicki's still really good, and he's a buyout now. I'd be willing to wager any of the cards that we get tomorrow aren't going to be a better power forward than Nedelicki. I mean, you can argue that maybe like Stoudemire might be. Pau Gasol probably will, because they always got to up the ante. But I mean, we'll see at the end of the day, right? Bob's still cracked though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Bob and Dolph. Dolph's 50k. That's wild to me. That is crazy. He's probably still like one of the best under 100k options. I mean, under 50k is crazy for Dolph. He's still really good. I feel like people get tunnel vision when it comes to my team, and I'm wondering if the kind of MT crackdowns will maybe stop people from getting tunnel vision so fast when it comes to new cards. It's like, oh, a card's been out for 3 weeks, it's automatically trashed now, I gotta get it out of here, man, gotta get new things to play with, you know? That's kind of been the mentality of anyone who's like takes this game very seriously or is uber competitive in this game. It's just like, oh, new card came out, I gotta get rid of this one, which is good for the market, but it's like, damn, you can use a card for more than 3 weeks. I swear. I just don't know what these packs are going to do. We'll see. Like I said, man, if they're like the Turbo Flight School packs or like the Stellar packs, a lot of people are going to open them. And hopefully the cards are cheaper because of it. But I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, been your friend Cheap Loots. Peace.